Okay, I haven't done a video in a while. Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, so many of you have seen this yard with a box around it, and I need to expand, so the box has to go. I'm going to come across a gas-powered weed whacker, and all of this stuff is going to go. And then you see all of that space between here and there. It's about 20 feet or so. That's kind of where I threw all of the stuff, like blah, you know. So that's going to go. There's going to be an aisle right about here with produce in it all the way back here. This artichoke has to stay here, but there's going to be an aisle, you know, so it's going to be rows all the way along. There's a drip system on the inside of this where this bed used to be. But we're not going to do it that way anymore. I want to expand. Every day I look outside and I see it and I'm like, man, I want to expand it. So it looks like a crazy mess right now. Oh, welcome the barrel garden. I don't think I've showed you guys that. I do a lot of Facebook videos, so if you look for me there, you'll find me. The 2 hens, I have 2. They lay enough eggs for us. They were kind of tripping out earlier because they didn't know what to expect. So anyway, all of this empty space is going to be filled. I took away the box, so there's no more boundaries. There's still a drip line, but we can keep that and maybe see if it works for some things. But I'm so excited. All of this is going to get filled in. There were a ton of weeds, which means there's a ton of weed seeds. We're going to go through and rake it all out. I'm thinking because this part of the yard gets full sun during the summer that we're going to grow all the stuff that likes the heat. You know, the okra, the Malabar spinach, the whatever. Things that like the hotness. And so I have to figure out a way to get, you know what, maybe I won't do the vines back here. I was going to do squash back here. That takes up a lot of space. Maybe I won't do that. I'll do that in a different area, like maybe back here somewhere. Oh, these are seeds for bok choy. So I'm waiting for those to finish. I have 2 new white sage plants. I'm very proud of those. They're doing wonderful, by the way. I only destroyed a couple of plants getting the wood beam out right here that was here. So this bed was an 8 by 16 bed, and we're going to expand it to the yard size. So there will still be a pathway, you know, for me to walk. And the whole rest of this is getting filled up. I'm going to get a weed whacker, get in here and get some seriousness going on for this garden situation. Artichokes are doing good. The lettuces are doing great. Broccoli's doing well. The flowers have, you know, they're still alive. I have lots of stuff over here. Fava beans over here. But I want to start selling produce. And the only way to do that is to expand. I am good at what I do. And now it's time to put my money where my mouth is. Because this is great, you know, for a family of 3. It was just me and the 2 kids. But this isn't going to make me money. But expanding, that's going to make some money. And I'm so excited I want to plant, but I can't because there's about 1.5 feet worth of stuff that I still have to get rid of. It was way worse than this. So, if you bear with me for a minute, there's lots happening, so it's kind of not put together. This whole pile of stuff has to get burned. Hold on, let's see what we can see. I have 2 or 3 more piles here that need to be burned. The lettuce babies are doing well. Those actually maybe need a little bit of water, so I'll water those too, probably tonight. Oh, hello baby loves. I just cleaned up my shed, well, most of it. Oh, and this is a light, it's a solar powered light, which is kind of cool because I didn't know I had that. Well, I knew I had it, but I didn't know it worked. So there's drip system all where I'm standing, and this was nothing but weeds. That was almost up to here, all the way down. So we've been doing a lot of clearing. If you guys know how to keep chickens out of specific parts of the yard without a lot of hassle, that would be great. Because at this point, I'm looking at an empty yard with random bean sprouts that have sprouted. See? Things sprout. by themselves. Um, and I need a way to keep the birds out of what I want to grow. I don't think that they'll eat the leaves from the squash or anything, but I also don't want to take my chances. I need the produce to grow, and I need the chickens to get along with the produce. I know there's a lot of people that have birds that have yards. They're like big time YouTube. Oh, hello. Well, don't we have a mighty surprise today? There's a lot of people that have chickens and that have yards with produce growing, and the chickens and the produce get along. I don't know how to make that happen, but I have 200 plants on the inside of my house that I'm waiting to bring them outside. One more. And I don't want the chickens. This is what they laid in one day between two birds. Mostly perfectly clean. One has a little bit of a mess on it, but look at how clean they are. They're beautiful. I would never starve. As long as I keep feeding them decent food, they put out a lot of eggs. I got the Rhode Island Red specifically. See, even this, I pulled the weeds in between here, and so I haven't even put this back together yet. Everything is getting pulled out. I haven't put anything back together. But yeah, so if you guys have any ideas, that's my big conundrum right now, is I need this to work. I need to, I'm putting it back together. So I need it to work. I need it to work nicely, and I need it to work the first time. The frost is probably gone for the summer, or for the for the summer coming, or for the winter passing, whichever. There's going to be lots of good stuff happening in here. I want to have my own business. If you guys have any ideas for chickens staying out of plants and how to get plants bigger, oh, guess what? I'm not going to tell you what it's called because I don't remember off the top of my head. But I have a coworker who has a brother-in-law who has a business selling microbes, like living bacteria, to people that grow plants. And guess what I got my hands on? He gave me enough to feed an acre. So it was pretty much like him handing me $100,000 in a bag and say, here, turn this into something. Haha, it's so cool. Anyway, so I can't wait to use that, but I don't want to waste it. I'd much rather... Oh, this is my first go at a grow tower. A friend gave this to me. Very good friend. Anywho, so that's the update. Man, I think I have almost a dozen now because we don't eat them every day anymore. We used to eat a lot of eggs. We don't anymore. We eat a lot of produce. So, you guys have any ideas? Things that grow a lot of food that I can sell at a farmer's market, ways to keep chickens out of yards, etc. Please feel free to leave a comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff. I would like to have this be my main job. I don't mind what I do, but I have a passion for this, so I'd prefer to do this. Yeah, I wish you guys could see these in real life. They're huge. They're huge. I love artichokes. I'm waiting patiently. Artichokes for me in this yard usually come out right as it starts getting warm. So like the plant will go to seed, and I almost dropped an egg. The plant will go to seed, and so that's the flowers. It's the artichoke that you get. You want to pick them right before they start to open. Yeah, so the sun's going down. I got to finish getting back to work. I'm never going to get a tan in the dark, and Mama needs a tan. So anyway, I hope you enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching.